Welcome to the Viper 4 customer programming for your 4900 model planner. The display is currently off, so our power button, which is located in the lower left hand side, if you just press it once, the Viper 4 will power up, and we'll move on with our first setup component, which is entering in our GPS receiver locations for your specific tractor receiver. As it powers up, the splash screen of Kinze will come on. Then it will go through and detect machine configuration. The planner must be plugged in to your ISOBus connector on the back of the tractor in order to get to this page. This is the home screen of the Viper 4 display. The first step, and these steps only have to be performed once, is entering in our GPS receiver measurements. Up in the upper left-hand corner is this gears icon in front of the tractor icon. If we tap on it, it brings us to this page and layout. The Raven standalone monitor option is pre-programmed to your specific serial number and options on the planner. Currently, the configuration has a front wheel assist tractor in it. If you are running an articulated or two-track tractor setup, different steps are required to change this tractor to that different configuration. Quick reference guides available at kinze.com are available to help walk you through those steps. If you have a front wheel assist tractor as the picture shows, we can continue on by simply pressing on the tractor icon. It comes to our general information of the tractor, which tractor is fine for the model name. At the top, where you have your wrench icon on the tractor, if you tap on it, it brings up our GPS measurement information. The top box is all of our measurements of our GPS receiver in relationship to the rear axle. The first measurement is where the receiver is located on the tractor. Normally, it's mounted in the center line of the tractor. Regardless of receiver, our reference points are measuring to the physical or OEM location of the GPS receiver. Again, most of the time they're in the center. We do not have to change this box. The second one is the location of the GPS receiver in relationship to the rear axle. Most of the time, the receiver is located in front of the rear axle or on the front side of the cab. This orientation will have to be changed to the 4 application, and you can see the measurement or GPS picture moves the receiver farther ahead from the rear axle. So the distance from the rear axle to our receiver location is entered in this box by simply tapping on the box, entering in that measurement in inches, pressing the green check, and it takes us back to this page. The second item is GPS height, which is the distance from the ground to the base of the receiver. Again, that distance is in inches. By tapping on the box, typing those in and hitting the green check, we've entered our measurements in there. We now get to the hitch offsets tab. Again, referencing is the hitch in the center of the tractor, and most of the time it is. We then have our aft measurement, which is the distance from the rear axle to our attachment point on our specific planner. If you have a drawbar hitch option for attachment, we're going to measure from the rear axle to the drawbar pinhole on your tractor. If you are utilizing a 2-point hitch, you are going to measure from the rear axle to the vertical pivot pin on the planter. Where the hitch pivots or swivels is where we're going to measure from the rear axle to that point in the planting position. By simply tapping again on our box, we enter in our distance in inches, we hit our green check, and we've entered in our values. The last value, which isn't a particularly specific measurement or required, but we can enter in a wheelbase measurement, of course distance from the rear to the front axles. We can enter that value in, so keeping consistent with our other values. We type that value in inches in as well, and we've completed our GPS receiver location information. By tapping on the return arrow in the upper right-hand corner, it takes us back to our configuration page. Once you've entered in and hit your green return arrow, we're now back here to the machine configuration, and setup, as far as equipment, is complete. If we hit our green return arrow again, it brings up other pages or other boxes on our home screen. The VT box located below allows us to get to our planter specific information. Our VT, or virtual terminal, takes us to the home screen of the planter. We press continue on this page. Of course, it takes us to our main run screen for R4900. The next step before we go to the field and plant is to set up product specific information by tapping on this box.